What male singer has the best voice? Freddie Mercury, Chris Cornell, Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco, Robert Plant, Ooh Baby Baby Babe Baby Squeezy My LLLL Moon, Frank Sinatra, Mike Patton of Faith No More, Mr. Bungle, movies, video games, etc. The things he can do with his voice are unbelievable. Incredible vocal range. People hearing songs like Midlife Crisis cannot believe it's the same singer throughout the song. Amazing. Also, the voice work he does in movies and video games is amazing. He was the voice of the Darkness in the Darkness series of video games. He's also known for doing the sounds of the infected zombies in games like Left 4 Dead and movies like I Am Legend, and he does that all with just his voice. No post-production. No one comes close to this guy's level of vocal talent. Bruce Dickinson. The intro to Hallowed Be Thy Name still gives me goosebumps. Purely subjective, of course. For me, David Bowie. My husband is a lot of impersonations, and he's really good at it. He does a lot of video game Bow work, too, but for some reason, he can't sing in a British accent, unless he's singing as David Bowie. So I get a treat every time Pink Floyd comes on, because my husband sings it as David Bowie. Sam Cooke, powerful and tender, there's nothing better in my book. Brendan Urie, Maynard James Keenan, Rick Astley. Well, as a rock fan I need to shed some light on a guy named Miles Kennedy. That guy is a beast. Try to listen to Watch Over You, acoustic. Adam Lambert. It's really not a surprise he got to tour with Queen. He's no Freddie, but he has some nice pipes. Roy Orbison. I saw a video a few years ago of One Direction live. Harry Styles absolutely blew me away. I totally forgot he was on X Factor, and he's actually a great singer. Sign of the Times is such a solid tune. Hozier. Steve Perry. Pavarotti. Michael Jackson. The Weeknd. Frank Ocean, Elvis Presley, Devin Townsend, George Michael, amazing voice. Brendan Urie, in their prime, Art Garfunkel, Dallas Green alias City in Color, acoustic project, aka former singer of post-hardcore band Alexis on Fire. Saw him live as City in Color a few years back and can confirm his voice is just as soft live. Ice J.J. Fish, Jeff Buckley, Serge Tankian, George Michael. Probably seem like a weird choice, but Axl Rose has one of the largest vocal ranges like ever. He can hit almost 6 different octaves. He can go lower than pretty much any other notable singer, and he can go higher than Freddie Mercury. Sure, if he decides to show up. Pavarotti. Sam Smith. I know they're MB, but I still love their voice. Brendan Urie and Freddie Mercury. Tom York and Tom Jones were first to my mind. Damn it. Now I've got to think of other Toms. Tom DeLonge. Ah crap. What's new, Pussycat? Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark. Matt Bellamy. He has such a recognizing and beautiful voice. I could listen to that man inhale all day. Johnny Cash. Let's be real here. Freddie Mercury, David Bowie, Paul Stanley, Phil Collins. I cannot choose. Mercury, Bowie, Meatloaf. So many to choose from, to be honest. Heck, Tom Waits if you get into it. Scrolled all the way down and no Michael Hutchence. Shame on you, Reddit. Also, Farouk Bulsara, a legend like no other. Peter Steele from Typo Negative Rip. The Weeknd. Brandon Flowers. Love that his voice is flawed yet sounds super pleasant to listen to. Classic rock and roll voice. Rob Halford, Mike Patton, Ramin Karimloo, Bob Dylan. Alec Benjamin, in my opinion at least. Adam Lambert's range is absolutely insane. Freddie Mercury voted the best rock vocalist all time. Axl Rose or Brian Molko. John Fogerty. Can we just agree that Sam Smith sounds like the human version of a saxophone, and it's amazing? His notes are always so crisp and on point. Non-classical. Freddie. Classical. Depending on what voice type one prefers. UC Bierling. Ettore Bastianini or Cesare Siepi, Don Henley, Sebastian Bach, Brendan Urie for sure, Freddie Mercury and Roger Taylor, Ed Sheeran, Chris Daughtry. I don't listen to his music much but I appreciate his range. I really dig Tom Walker and Khalid's soft voices. No love for Corey Glover from Living Colour. Dude's voice is amazing, and still going strong after 30 plus years. David Bowie, John Anderson from Yes, David Draymond. In my opinion, Stevie Wonder or Luther Vandross. I'd probably give the edge to Stevie. Brendan Urie, Paul Rodgers by a mile. I really loved George Michael's voice. Tom Petty, Harry Styles, Josh Groban, Andrea Bocelli, Devin Townsend or Stu Block. They are both so incredible. Former Camelot's vocalist, Roy Khan. Tommy is also an absolute beast to be fair. Rob Halford. That guy still has an incredible range and his singing voice has lots of soul in it. Something I kinda miss in a lot of singers. Came to say this easily my favorite clean singer. Sad Wings if Destiny is the pinnacle. Harry Nilsson. Dimash. Had to scroll far too much for this answer. His voice is insane. Paul Rodgers. Formerly of Free, Bad Company, The Firm Queen, plus his solo stuff. Personal hero of mine. Not a stellar instrument, but used it amazingly well. Soul, power, discernment. He is like Clapton around a campfire with an Ibanez acoustic from a pawn shop after a few joints. I've been passed and there is an empty JD bottle on the ground. Rodgers isn't David Bowie or Jeff Tate. But Clapton isn't Steve Vai or Joe Satriani either. Great singer in any setting. Till Lindemann. Damon Albarn, 2D, Gorillaz. Frank Sinatra. Tone deaf and overrated. That's tough, but Tom Petty. He doesn't have a smooth, stubble voice. But his voice speaks so much emotion. That is hard to find in other artists. Freddie Mercury or Brendan Urie. I always thought the 80s rockers had the most powerful, awesome voices. Steven Tyler, Axl Rose, David Lee Roth, Corey Taylor, Tom Smith from Editors, Jeff Buckley, Harry Styles, sorry had to say it, Adam Lambert, end thread, exclamation mark. I really don't like his personal music though. Frank Ocean carries so much emotion in each lyric he echoes. So much feeling. I can understand and empathize with his struggles. Nate Dogg, Adam Lambert, Brendan Urie. It's Brendan but yeah his voice is awesome. Billy Joe Armstrong, Bruno Mars, Nathan Sykes. This Nepalese guy named Arthur Gunn. Have you ever seen The Rain Blew Me Away? One of the best contestants of American Idol this season. Honestly the best I've ever heard. Not a fan of that show but he was worth watching. Remington Lee, Robert Plant, no further explanation. Jeff Buckley obviously people, come on. John Lennon, it's tragic he was taken away from us. Daniel O'Donnell or maybe Keith Harkin. Freddie Mercury, Pedro Infante, Marvin Gaye, Khalid, Serj Tankian, John Lennon or Jim Morrison. In my opinion Sam Smith. Ben Harper is one of my favorite male vocalists. Billy Joe Armstrong, Matt Bellamy, Bob Dylan, Dave Gahan, probably Freddie Mercury, Corey Monteith Rip, Your Mom, Michael Stipe. I'm a huge opera fan so I'd say Simon Keenly side. Beautiful baritone voice, rich and powerful. Elvis, holy crap, no love for Shinedown. Brent Smith tops modern vocalists. Bon Jovi for his aura, Sammy Davis Jr. for his, Daniel Eveden. For me, Freddie Mercury, Tatsuro Yamashita, Elvis Presley, in that order. Plus, Pavarotti and John Lennon, Young Geddy Lee. Nobody mentioned Lane Staley, Jaeon Young Cook, Ben Platt. Mitch Grassi from Pentatonix has a wonderful voice. He can go so high and still sound absolutely beautiful. Freddie Mercury I guess. Normally I don't comment on these threads because almost nobody else on Reddit seems to have the same music taste that I have. But I have to say it. Louis Capaldi is my choice. The way he puts so much soul and emotion into his voice is staggering. He is the only musician who made me get all emotional just from hearing him sing. Brandon Boyd. Jim Morrison has to be up there. John Cooper, the main singer of Skillet. His voice is so smooth. He can go from high to low in no time. Look at the song Stars to see what I'm talking about. Lindsey Buckingham, Bono, Nat King Cole, Donny Hathaway, Anthony Hamilton, Gregory Porter, Bobby Womack, Dennis Brown, Biddy McLean. For me, Bryan Adams or Rob Thomas. Eddie Vedder, Freddie Mercury, Fred Mercury, The Queen, and Hansi Kirsch, Blind Guardian. I think Captain Rod has an amazing voice. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.